So YouTube Nation, this I think makes it the fourth unboxing video that I've made. Um, and I am so overdue on unboxing this thing because I've had so many things go on at work, a lot of things I've had a lot of things to do at home and kind of reorganizing the collection, and uh, I've come to the discovery after taking proper inventory that I have a little over 190 powered um, locomotives, and that includes trolleys and an RDC and a doodlebug. Um, um, but in any event, I was on eBay not too long ago, and one of the things that I have been long searching for came up available for sale. The shipping cost was reasonable, and it was an auction, and the starting bid was phenomenally low for an item that I've seen sell for twice, maybe three times as much. And whenever I've put a watch on it, and the seller sends me an offer which is um, pathetically a pathetic discount off the selling price, when I've seen completed items sell for a whole lot less. So I put a watch on this auction, and um, no one else was placing a bid. A day there was a day or two left in the auction, and so I put in a pretty high bid, and I was the highest bidder, and kept an eye on the auction, and lo and behold, I won. No one else bid, and I got this for phenomenally reasonable price. The seller lives not too far from me. He's approximately 35 miles and approximately 40 to 45-minute drive from my location. I didn't pick it up because my schedule just wouldn't allow it. So now that I have a little downtime, I'm going to unbox this puppy. So, here we are. Now, even though it's not the original box, which the seller had stated in the listing, this is a FP45 in CP rail livery. This, my friends, is relatively hard to find, and just a little bit of history. Lima had produced FP45s, and along the course of time, it became known as, I guess, Model Power stepped in and said, let's sell it for you, and there was a brand called PMI. Not to be confused with TMI, too much information. PMI, and I should really look up to see what PMI stands for, but in any event, place the box over here, and Well, as it turns out, it's not a model power. It fit into the model power box, and it says Lima. Can you see it pretty good? Of course you can't because I didn't put this light on. Here we are. It's a Lima. And it's definitely a Lima because over here are the gears, and I could see the ring field motor over here. Now, I'm no stranger to servicing Lima locomotives. I have the Via uh, F, the Lima Via FP45, and I also have the Amtrak Lima FP45, and this guy is in perfect condition. The stanchions are intact. The couplers are intact. So even the horn is intact. So I'm going to switch cameras to see just how well this thing really runs. Hold on a sec. Alright, so I've got this big girl on the test track. So with a little power, she runs pretty good. Can't tell if the light works. It doesn't look like the light works. So I am gonna take a bit of a look inside to see what's going on. Take care of the ring field if necessary. But it sounds pretty good. So doesn't run, it's not running rough. So I may not have to do a full-on disassembly of the ring field, but we'll do some lubrication as needed. Check on that. Check the contacts on the front truck, because since the motor is right over here, since the motor is right underneath this truck, there are wires that are running to this particular this truck over here. So there is a brass contact in this truck, so we'll we'll clean that up, and we'll also check on the light. Maybe the light burned out. So back in a bit. So I've taken the shell off, and I've discovered why the light didn't switch on when I gave the locomotive power. Because the light's missing. Oh wow. But just because we have a locomotive with no light doesn't mean that we can't give it a light. With Lima locomotives, as far as the ring field motors, this is the positive lead. This is the positive connection. This is the negative connection. There's a wire stringing from this cover over here, goes underneath the weight and goes right over to the light. And I'm going to now this is the negative right here. So basically I could take this LED. I'm going to zoom back out. Pardon me. I could take this LED and there's enough length in the wire that I can solder the connection right over here and then solder connection either here or here. Sorry. Either here or here. And then we'll have ourselves a working light for this locomotive. But first things first, I'm going to give the ring field a proper lubrication and also give the copper strip underneath this in the truck the proper cleaning. So we'll be right back. So I didn't disassemble the motor, but I did lubricate the commutator on this side with air to oil. I've also taken care of applying red lithium to the gears. I've taken good old WD-40 contact cleaner to the connections on this truck and on this truck, so they're nice and clean. The motor is in tip-top shape, and as you'll see, I soldered the positive wire of the LED to this housing, to this fitting over here on the ring field, and rather than run the wire from this housing over here, I just soldered it right over here. And with a little power, we have ourselves a light. Now, in the there is no light for the opposite direction. I didn't deem it necessary. What was more important was to take care of the forward, the headlight. Is a working headlight again. So let's go ahead and reconnect the frame. The frame, the chassis to the shell. Shell is in very clean condition. I don't have to scrub a dub it. And to keep the positive wire in place, I just lifted up the clips slightly so it would fit snugly underneath. All right, hold on. All right, so we have this girl on DCCEX mainline B, and I've already got the locomotive programmed into engine driver, and we're going to apply some power. Lights are on, no movement yet. Speed step 20, nothing yet. All right, speed step 44. We have movement. We're on the way. She's got a very nice crawl. And now I'm going to back her up on speed step 40. Very nice. So, let's give her the run around the layout. Let her stretch her legs. I'll put her at speed step 60. And we're off to the races. Let's increase it to 64. 72. That should be good enough. And she just completed her first lap. Well, I have her on speed step 96. Given the type of motor that she's equipped with and the size of the consist, these AccuRail cars, which are on the end, the covered hoppers, are pretty well weighted. But this girl is not fighting. She's pulling pretty good. And I've already completed 1 or 2 laps. And she's pulling pretty strong. Well, I'm a happy camper. This is a gorgeous addition to my collection, and one locomotive off my wish list, because long have I been searching for this locomotive in that livery. So, with that being said, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers for their continued support. If you aren't a subscriber already, There is a link for you in the bottom right-hand corner. Please like and share. And, as always, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you soon.